Welcome to this session of Big Tax Refund or Breaking Even. Now, what I want to talk about in this session is the question that I get asked often as a tax professional. Is it better to get a big tax refund or is it better to break even? Well, first I want to say that there is no right or wrong. There's no right and no wrong to that particular question. A lot of times when people talk to me about this, especially those that are on the side of breaking even, they have a tendency to say, well, why would I want the government to hold my money? Almost making it seem as if people who are getting big tax refunds are doing something wrong. And that's not what I want anybody listening to this to particularly take away from this. For instance, let's look at a scenario. And I just want you to kind of play along with me. We'll role play together. If we're out at a restaurant, for instance, and we go get a burger, place like Islands, the bill comes at $7. I throw in a tip for $3, the bill comes a total of $10. I give the waitress or waiter a $20. What am I expecting to happen next? Well, at some point I'm expecting my refund to come back. I'm expecting some change from my $20, a $10 bill. That's not anything that I'm going to get happy about. That's not anything that I'm going to, feel like the waitress did something or did me a favor about. I'm expecting a $10 refund to come back or $10 in change. That is an analogy or an example of getting back a big tax refund. The flip side of that is, follow me here, a lot of times people get excited about getting money back from the government. And in this particular example that I'm giving, I'm not talking about people who are getting earned income credit or low income. I'm talking about middle America, people who are earning between $50,000 and $250,000, anything in between. You're not getting anything back from the government when you get a tax refund. You're simply getting back what you overpaid. Just like in the example I just used when I paid on my burger, gave the waiter or waitress my $10 or my $20 and they brought me back $10 in change. Now, let's go back to that for example. Breaking even, how does that work? Well, the bill comes, it's $10 or $7, $3 tip, and I give her a $10 bill. Am I expecting anything back? Well, of course not, because the bill itself came to $10. Well, that's more like the break-even strategy. So there's two strategies when it comes to taxes, and it's important to have a strategy. And again, those are big tax refund or breaking even. The one example of big tax refund, we gave the $20 and got the $10 change back. In the other example, we got a bill came, it was $10. We gave the $10 bill, we got no change back. Let's add a few zeros to that. $10,000 is the tax liability. We paid in $20,000. That's what was withheld throughout our paycheck throughout the year. How much can we expect our refund to be? Not a trick question. $10,000. Simply put, we overpaid. Now, when it comes to taxes, again, there are two strategies: to overpay or to not overpay. Again, big tax refund or breaking even. Let's look at the breaking even strategy just a little bit more so it's more clear. I'm going to take a tax refund of $6,000. Let's just assume you get back a $6,000 refund. We can divide that $6,000 refund by 12 months. Okay? 12 months gives you $500 a month. Most people get paid bi-weekly, twice a month. So that would be $250 additional per paycheck. Now, at the end of the year, if we were doing this strategy of breaking even, there wouldn't be any refund to get back. All $6,000 would have been put on our paychecks at $250 increments throughout the year. So there's no money to get back as a refund. You follow me there? Now, some people, again, will say that because they're breaking even, they're not letting the government hold their money. They're doing something that's a little bit more profound than somebody who, let's say, is getting back the $6,000 refund. Well, the argument is I could do more with $6,000 than I could do with $250 more per paycheck. And I agree with people that say that. Some people have told me, hey, when I get my refund back at $6,000, I can pay off some credit cards I racked up from Christmas. I can pay off my tax bill, my property tax bill. I can plan a vacation. And I agree with them. It is easier to do something or more with the $6,000 in one lump sum than it is the $250 every paycheck. But if the person that's taking that $250 every paycheck is really using it to save or put into an investment, that's pretty savvy. But for most people, it doesn't quite work out like that at the end of the year. Now, someone's asking, what is it that I need to be paying attention to if I'm trying to break even? Or what is it I should be doing if I'm trying to get back a big tax refund? For anybody who's self-employed, your strategy across the board is going to be break even. It's pretty straightforward. It's almost one size fits all. Very few, if anybody I know who is self-employed, is looking forward to a big tax refund. And the reason is because you have to pay in the taxes throughout the year quarterly. And that's hard enough as it is. But for people who are employees, you have an option. And that option is big tax refund or breaking even. And you can manipulate what's called your W-4 form. On the W-4 form, you decide whether or not you want to have a lot of taxes withheld or not a lot of taxes withheld based on the number you put down here. Now, if your goal is to get back a big tax refund, I'm going to tell you how to fill this out. It's pretty straightforward. You want to check the single box, or if you're married but withhold at the higher single rate box, write 0 down for the total number of allowances and sign it. That way they'll withhold as much as possible. The withholdings would be a higher amount, and then at the end of the year when you file the tax return, you include all your write-offs, you include all your dependents, and what happens is you'll get that big lump sum of money back in the form of a refund. Again, let's go back to the waiter and the waitress in that example. If we overpay, we're going to expect some change back. So pretty much what I'm advising you to do if you're trying to get back a big tax refund is to overpay. That's how you get back the big tax refund. One last thing I want to talk about is the effects of filling out this W-4 form. The higher the number on the W-4, the lower the refund. But the lower the number on the W-4 form, the higher the refund. That's, my friends, the two strategies that I like to talk about when it comes to taxes. Big tax refunds versus breaking even. The question is, which one would you prefer? I do have a quick thing I want to share with you in regards to the article that I had a chance to write. It is on our website, www.taxhelpforhealthcarepros.com. If you want to reference it, you can go into our resource page, and it's, I think, the second article is specifically entitled Big Tax Refunds or Breaking Even, and there's more detail that you can read up on the strategies and how to do that. Again, thanks for joining us for this session of Big Tax Refunds versus Breaking Even.